Oh man, it's Sunday. It's Sunday, day after the fight. I checked BoxRec, and yeah, unfortunately, Wilder still did lose. Um, Incredible fight. You know what I mean? Obviously, weird, sketchy things happened. Dude busts his eardrum, lost his equilibrium. After that, it was over. I can count on one hand how many times someone has actually busted their eardrum that I've watched actually in a boxing match. So that it to happen to him in a fight of that magnitude, um, it sucks, But Tyson Fury did what he needed to do. He caused the injury, so can't say anything. And then he finished the job. You know what I mean? Pretty much Wilder was done. There's nothing he could do after that. You don't have your balance. You don't have nothing. It's not the same as being tired or exhausted, or having to get your head kind of back. There's no recovering. You're not going to recover within a couple of rounds. Even after the fight, he was still, you could tell he was still wasn't there. He was still, wobbly and things of that nature. So, but hats off to Tyson Fury. Epic fight. Epic fight. It definitely did numbers. Highest gate ever in the history of heavyweight boxing. And I'm sure it's going to do good on pay per view as well. I know all the bars and everything were purchased that fight, and you got to figure those bars, they don't pay just the $80, they pay per person. So if it's kind of a bar that's licensed for 15, like let's say for like 5,000 people, do the math, 80 times 5, like they got to come out the pocket heavy in order to do, in order to put those fights in their establishments. So they made a killing off that particular fight, not to mention the pay-per-views in the UK. But Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua are coming out saying they want to fight Tyson Fury next. They're demanding the fight. And my thing is, what exactly keeps making these people think that they have any kind of control of what's happening when it pertains to this division or to these two people? Like what's going on in their brains that makes them think that they still have some kind of control? The biggest gate in the history of heavyweight boxing was just done without you. This might end up being one of the highest, say a substantially high financially generating fight without you. This was the hugest fight of this year, and it was without you. You know, both fighters guaranteed over $25 million for the bouts. And they went out there and they did their thing, without you. So what exactly is making you think that you're still somehow in control? Number one, according to Bob Arum, the Pulev fight is pretty much done. It's a done deal. The only thing I think is they're talking about is like as far as I guess where the fight's going to be held or whatever it is, location in the UK. So, okay, if that's the case, then you know that you have a fight. You know that you have a fight in a couple of months. It's supposed to be like in June, July or something like that. You're locked into that particular fight. That's number one. Number two, Deontay Wilder has a rematch clause. Just like you had a rematch clause, everybody didn't want to see that second fight between you and Ruiz. What everybody wanted to see was a unification bout between Ruiz and Deontay Wilder. That's what they all wanted to see. And you said, no, you're going to do your rematch. You know what I'm saying? As a champion, you're going to invoke your rematch clause. So in doing so, yes, you got your rematch and you got your belts back. When it comes to Deontay Wilder, he has that right too when it comes to this particular situation. And he's going to do it. So even if Tyson Fury could get out the fight, why would he fight you? Why would he fight you? Tyson Fury has put himself into the position that you wouldn't take the risk to be in. Tyson Fury took the risk that you didn't want to be in, and he became what you still claim to be. He became what you supposedly wanted to be, but didn't want to take the risks. He's now a star not only in the UK, but he's now a star in the United States of America. Something you couldn't do. Fighting the guy that was necessary in order for that to happen. And now he's in a position where he can fight Deontay Wilder again in what will be the highest generating fight in boxing since Mayweather-Pacquiao. This fight, they fight again for that third fight. That third fight is doing over 2 million pay-per-views. easy in the United States. That fight is doing over 1 million pay-per-views in the UK. Easy. That fight is doing a $20+ million gate. Easy. Not to mention the sponsors that are going to be involved. Not to mention the amount of promotion that they're going to do for that particular third fight as well. He's going to make a killing, and this is the biggest part. He has a 60-40 split for that particular fight. Tyson Fury is going to be getting paid 60% minus, top ranks taking 30% cut of his money, but still, he's still gonna make a absolute killing in the next fight. It's the biggest fight that can be made in boxing again right now, that will generate the most money right now. And it does not involve you. It does not involve you. You're on the sidelines. You got Pulev to go fight. After that, you got Usyk to go fight. But one thing that Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua needs to get clear and into their heads is that you're not in control. You're not the number one fighter at the heavyweight division. You're not the number one star in boxing. You're not the number one star in the heavyweight division. You're on the sidelines, my dude. That needs to become clear to you. So with the facade of, oh, I want this. No, what you want don't matter. You're in a position where this could have been you. You could have put yourself into the space. You could have built the foundation that Tyson Fury just went right there and built. Wilder put in the work that he needed to do to build up his name to a certain point. Tyson Fury had his two little weird fights. They had a fight, and they ended up having one of the biggest fights in heavyweight history without you. And do you understand what the site fee is going to be for that fight again? Which will probably be in Vegas again. Do you know how much money Vegas is going to put up just to have that fight at that particular site? Like Bob Arum said, the contract when it comes to the rematch is ironclad. They have to, they got to abide by it. Wilder will be, will be saying yes to that rematch clause. And later on, I don't know if they're going to do it during the summer. I don't know if they're going to do it. So wait till September, for the Mexican holiday in order to do it. But when they fight, this again will be the biggest fight in boxing. It will be the only thing people will be focused on. It's the only thing people will be waiting on is for these two combatants to get into the ring who had the testicular fortitude to fight each other. Not to scream about, oh, I need this and I need that. Wilder said, I'm going to give you 50-50 for the first fight. And the second fight said, yeah, I'll just give you 50-50 again. Let's just get this done. He did what it was necessary to get the fight done. He did that. And both he and Tyson Fury benefited from this particular fight. And both he and Tyson Fury will benefit from what probably might end up being one of the highest grossing fights. Forget heavyweight. Boxing, period. We're looking at 2 million plus coming up. Will not be surprised if it did 3 million when they do this third fight. And it does not include you. So focus on Pulev while these two warriors get ready for this third fight. Like, subscribe, share. I'm out.